Hi folks, welcome back. We're going straight into Operation Purple Tongue in an attempt to stop this Advent retaliation. We have upped our game slightly because we're bringing 2 squaddies and a corporal on this mission, as well as our usual bunch of rookies, but we're bringing 3 rookies this time. Welcome to Brown, Sololov and Kuri. So let's see how they can get on. They're variously statted, which is quite interesting. Some slow, some good at shooting, some rubbish at shooting, some good at health. Some with relatively decent health. Wow, that's so loud. Some with relatively decent health, some with terrible health, and all manner of mix in between.
Advent's so-called peacekeepers are hitting one of the resistance camps in this area, and they're taking out civilians and fighters alike. We're deploying to protect as many people as we can. Secure the site and take out any hostile forces still threatening the area.
Hey, look at his.
Menace 1-5, hostile forces are attacking the outpost. Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians. Advent came in hot and so did we. You won't have a concealed position for deployment on this one.
No indeed. Okay, wow, what an interesting start position. We're up on this little high plateau piece here, which goes along this way, and then there's a drop off here into what looks like the main area. Let's see how big the zone is. Okay, so it's only quite small / medium sized going that way. And let's have a little look this way. Is it any further? Looks like it's further that way. So what will probably, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. Ribbit. So we'll probably try to clear it this direction and then push up that way. We should be able to also see more if we poke our faces over the top here. I'd like to be able to move out first of all with our shadow, with our Phantom Long Spec Ops, but he's blocked off by all the rest of this lot, so we have to move out with somebody else first. So we may well reveal something here. If we do, we'll just deal with it. No, but we have got our eyes on the first civilian. There's another one over there. That's kind of cool. Now that means that we can get Mr. Cheese. Oh, Timothy Cheese. I feel like there should be a song about this guy. To come down here and do some scouting for us. Probably pick up that civilian on the way. That looks good. Looks like he's
Get out of here!
what's his name? That guy doesn't tell us. Ah, that's a shame. I was gonna say he looks like he's the dad of Lazaro. What's this for? Fabrizio. It's exactly the same kind of haircut, except for he had the ponytail, whereas Fabrizio's got the nice little man bun. Can't beat a good man bun. Alright, what are we up to now? We're going to push forward.
Ordini confermati. Mi muovo.
Take up some positions.
Moving.
The question is, do we want to take a further additional move up at the risk of triggering something and not having a lot of response for it? I don't think we do want to do that. And the reason I was debating that, when I would usually not debate that and just not even consider it, is just because we need to rescue a certain amount of civilians on this mission. We've rescued 1 so far. There's 13 remaining and we've got to get 6 out. But I figured it... Aha, cool. Oh, Majani. That looks bad. You just got deleted. Okay. What I was halfway through saying there was that at the end of the first tone, it will give us some intel about where pods are. And obviously there's one quite close over here. And that's helpful for us, actually. Now what we can do is we can scout out with Mr. Cheese. Mr. Cheese. We can scout out with Mr. Cheese, and then we can see how far forward we'll be able to run.
Go on.
Okay, good. That wasn't a baddie. That wasn't a big slobbery beast either. Okay, we've got a sectoid, a sentry, a heavy, and a surveillance drone. Alright, pretty usual. Actually, these sentries are a pain because they can shoot and overwatch, and they've got quite a good aim. Look, 70, yeah. So we've got to watch out for that geezer. But now we've got our Phantom down here, we've got scouting eyes on it. We should be able to get a better idea about how far we can move up before triggering that pod. Well, we can't move up to the next lot of cover, which is not cool. That's not great for us, really. I guess we could engage them and then attempt to sort of fight them at long range, but that's going to not work very well for us, I don't think. Okay, let's see if we can move around this right-hand side here somewhere. Yeah, we've got a lot more cover up here. That should be safe. They don't have as good a view, or they don't have a view at all when it comes up here. A couple of squares away from that ledge, they'll lose visibility on us. So we should be able to, all being well, we should be able to flank around to the right here and stay up high. And then we're going to bridge the distance between us and them. And then hopefully on the following turn we can then just all charge out for a bit of a surprise attack. I don't much fancy the look of engaging them from long range at the moment with our rookies. Alexi, I want you to sort of just move up here a little, please, and give us... It'd be nice to have some overwatch, I think, down. Even if it's just a little bit. Alright. We've got the throwing knife. Yes, that's cool. Yeah, why don't you just come over here a little.
Understood. Moving out.
There we go. What are they going to do? They're going to shoot a sieve, aren't they? Oh, they're going the wrong way, though. Not far. Okay. Oh.
I'd go out like this.
Okay. Right, we definitely want to engage this turn. We just really need to do that. Is that going to start trouble? Doesn't look like it.
Уже.
Which is kind of cool because it means that we can get Alexi on Overwatch. We can probably move somebody else back there too. Karima Tripper Kuri. Oh, that's nice. Okay, this could trigger them. If it does, we'll just have to deal with it.
Rolling.
We do want to engage in this turn anyway, though. No. Alright. Okay, so that's quite good, really. Now then. If there's some chance that we could grenade them, that would be a lovely way to start this fight. But it's just too far away, I think. In order for us to move close enough for the grenade, we're gonna activate them. Oh, we can raise a zombie. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so we can't poison anyone because there's no one in range, but we could raise up a zombie here. Okay, Ray, you can move to there, which gives you a shot on. And it will trigger them, though. Well, let's do that. Then we can have a think about what we're going to do from here on in. Nice shooting, that man. Only one Overwatch shot, huh? Still, you should have a flank on him, I reckon. No? You don't have a flank on, but you've still got 70% on that sentry. Only 3 to 5 damage, though, so you're looking for max damage there to take him down, which doesn't seem likely. Bridget Hunter. You still can't poison anyone, so why don't you Do we want you to zombie? Or the question is, or do we want you to move up and take a shotgun shot or poison someone? 70% chance to effectively take that drone down. Is it going to be dangerous to us this turn, that drone? Okay, so it can move quite a long way, well, a huge amount of distance. It's got 18 movement, but it's going to have to move. It's going to have to take a double move to really get anyone badly. So I think we can safely leave that this turn. And Ray, I think you'd be a good shout to try and take this shot here on the Advent Heavy, because you can do quite a lot of damage. You might be able to take him down. Oh!
Shot wide. I need ammo.
Oh. These rookies, though. Alright. So, if you could take that 70% up, at least put some damage down on it. No!
Not good.
Crap! We're actually in a lot of trouble now. We're really in a lot of trouble. In which case, let's get that zombie on the go, because that's going to hopefully soak up a bit of trouble for us. Welcome, little zombie friend, Necromancer zombie. I'm sure that wasn't your name in life. Look at him. Oh, oh. Yeah. Hello. I love the glowing eyes, and I love the hunched over stylies. Right, what are we going to do now? So we can get a flank on that sectoid. It's going to put us in half cover though, which stinks. Can we do anything else with you? I mean, it's basically half cover or no cover for you, unfortunately. If we want to get a shot on the sectoid. Oh, we're just in a lot of trouble here. Oh, can people see that? Yes, the zombie can see everything. So in theory, they should take shots at the zombie. So let's maybe move up into half cover, even though it's not great. I just can't believe we missed those two. I guess I should believe it. Before we do that, maybe we should have a think about this first of all. We can do silent takedown. See, this is really hard though, because neither of these two Advent are basic Advent troopers. Both of them have got, this one's got 1 armor and 4 health, and this one's got 5 health straight up. So neither of them are your basic troopers, and we're still having to bring rookies on these missions. If it wasn't for the fact that we've got some unusual equipment, we'd be definitely stuffed. Yeah. 3 to 5 isn't enough damage. 5 to 7 could work. Or we could get the sectoid. 90% to do 6 to 8. See, the reason I'm worried about the sectoid is he could, in theory, run this way and get a flank on that person. But on the other hand, I'd quite like to deal with the heavy, because he's got a heavy weapon, and he may potentially have grenades and whatnot. So, oh, that's a tough one. 6 to 10. Okay, but Fabrizio is able to move up here and get a flank shot on the sectoid. Can you move up here and get a shot on anyone? You can get a shot on the heavy, but this gun doesn't do the most damage ever. Okay. Let's see what his shot's going to be like. 100% chance to hit, 40% crit. So there's some chance we'll roll a 6, which will kill it, and then there's a 40% chance that we'll roll a crit, which hopefully should kill it too. So that gives us a 40% chance that we can say that this is going to work, plus about another 30% chance of the rolling of that. So it's relatively likely he's going to be able to take that down. Here, 4 to 6 damage with no crit feels less likely on these two, doesn't it? Although you just need to roll an average roll. Do you know what? I absolutely hate these sentries. I hate them, and it's going to die. That's the plan. And that's actually going to mean that the sectoid's going to need to get out of there. It's going to need to move. Unless we just kill him. Let's just kill the sectoid. 90%. Come on, don't bleed, please, Mr. Cheese. Oh, right in the spleen.
Taken care of.
Oh, lovely, good work, that man. All right, so far so good. Now, what are they going to do? It's going to do more than just point off into the distance. Sectoid soldier. Oh, Beth, that sounded like a horrible death. A terrible death. That's the spirit. Shoot that zombie. Uh-oh. Okay. I thought it had moved and was going to get an attack on us. That was scary for a second. Okay, so they've got no overwatch, which is lovely. You need a reload.
Let's do this.
Who can you shoot? The drone, but only at 52, which seems a bit rubbish. You can go here and get a nice flank on. Fabrizio, see what you got, buddy. That'll do. That will do. Okay. Okay, you can shoot that with a bolt caster because if you hit it, you could kill it potentially. No, that's a tree that's about 400 meters away, mate. You know, I'm getting that you are new and that you haven't fired this gun before, but that was still pretty poor.
That's affirmative.
Alright, so someone, we're going to need you to actually hit this thing, please. Nice. Okay, good. Alright, we're getting somewhere.
Hard target, minimal damage.
Yeah, that's okay. We don't mind that. Alright, should we move up a little? Yes, we shall.
Уже.
Oh my goodness. That guy's still ain't dead down there either. How many have we got left? This is looking a bit dodgy now, folks. We can take down the drone with a grenade for sure. What about the zombie? How likely is the zombie to actually hit something? 65 or 85? Why don't you go and deal that heavy, please? Zombie. Yeah. Hey, well played. Very well played. Alright. So in theory, if you... No. Can you flesh something? Okay, so you can flesh, you've got a 70% chance of taking it down. It's going to reveal you. 66%. Are we just going to have to... I think we're just going to have to grenade it, as much as I don't particularly want to do that. I think it's the only sure way of getting rid of it. We're going to take that tree down with us, though, unfortunately. Are we? Yeah, we're going to have to take the tree down. Well, that's okay. It might not blow it up anyway. Oh, don't set yourself on fire. Oh, no. That would really suck. Alright, I don't want to go too close to any of these this turn, in fact, so why don't you just go on Overwatch for now, mate?
Eyes on the prize.
Oh. This was a quick death. The last person just... They
close
gurgled
here.
and whined.
Fire
Oh
spreading.
no! That's really bad. Don't be on fire. You're not on fire. Okay, good. Okay, that's really good. How about you? No. Okay, lovely. Alright, that's not too bad then. Okay, so get a reload on the bolt caster.
Oh yeah.
Let's, I mean, you're getting a bit far away from friendlies here. In fact, it doesn't really matter if we haven't collected, or rather rescued these civilians. as long as we keep engaging the enemy and don't let them get past us, so that they can start getting shots on. So why don't we push on up with you, Tim?
Moving.
Give me cheese.
Heading there now.
No eyes on that lot. Okay. Well, look, I'm loving this high ground, so why don't we just move around?
Closing on target position now.
Do some reloads here.
Eseguo e mi muovo.
Okay. Get out of that
Moving to
fire.
position.
L zombie. Can zombies rescue civs? Let's find out. No. Good. I'm happy about that. I don't think that if I was terrified because of alien invasion and a zombie wandered up, I wouldn't consider myself safe. Alright, well, you might as well just move on up.
Moving to designated position.
Here we go. Actually, I don't want to go too far. That'll do.
Rolling out.
Cool. Demolitionist, trooper. Here we go. Some normal troopers and a sectoid soldier. Oh, get your head down. Oh, right in the ear hole. Oh, at least it was quick. All right. So we've got 5 civs down, 2 rescued, 7 left. Okay. Well, we need to fight this lot. They're a long way off, though. They're really a long way off. Alright, what are we going to do here then? Wow, that's not even going to trigger them, really. Well, that's we're forever away in that case. Alright, who fancies legging it out there who's got a lot of health? Marima Curry, rookie with 6 health. What a nutter. Oh, but too slow to actually get close. Well, you're not the one. I think it's gonna be you, Alexei. If you can come over here, just see if that triggers that lot. Okay, so I think what we're going to see here is this pod are going to make their way over to these civilians and start trying to kill them all. So if we can get closer and set up some Overwatch, I mean, we might be able to hit them, perhaps. We seem very, very far away. But, I mean, that you're never going to catch them from there, so...
Affirmative. Good copy. Moving on target. Moving to position.
We'll get a bit of Overwatch down anyway.
Sono in allerta.
Affirmative. Covering now.
We just need to make sure we do not
On Overwatch.
trigger them now, because that would be catastrophically bad. We've got all these people flanked. Alright, cool. You, sir, just keep letting us know what's going on, I reckon. So you could probably just stay there, mate, for now.
Got it covered.
And you can't overwatch a zombie, so we'll just end turn there. They're gonna run forward and they're gonna do like a little bit of slow-mo pirouette on the spot. That's nice. Come on, someone overwatch. Yes! Oh my god, I'm so happy. I didn't think we'd be able to get a shot off. That pleases me. Oh, yes. Alright, let's go, zombie. Well, we might trigger another pod. Alright, so we can get a zombie takedown on quite a few of them. That's green. You can take a free throwing knife. 3 to 5 damage, sadly. Do you know what, though? Where's our Grenadier? Ah, he's miles away.
Okay.
Oh, it was Fabrizio who was on Overwatch. No wonder he hit that shot. He's the unstoppable master of shooting. Okay, there we go. Take down some of that cover and put some damage down on them. We should just be able to murderize them all. I noticed that Fabrizio's updated his outfit slightly. It's gone with some close-fitting Italian style leather top, like waistcoat ensemble. Oh yeah, this pod's toast, man. We've got it. We've got them. Cool. Okay, so who needs kills? Ray, you definitely need a kill. You've missed every shot so far. So why don't you try and hit something this time if you could? We'll even give you the flank shot. 73%. You can do it. Here we go, Ray. Yeah. Okay, good on you.
Enemy destroyed.
Congratulations on your promotion. Perfect. Alright, so who else needs kills? Bridget needs loads of kills. 68%, 41, 40. Well, the 68 is the obvious choice. Yeah, alright, well, we might come back to you, Bridget, actually. What can you get from here? Why don't you chuck a knife at that guy? 68%. Give it a whirl. Lovely. There's some loot as well.
Could be something on this one.
Silent takedown with a free action knife throw. Seems a bit powerful, really. Wondering if that might be a bit OP. I'm not too sure. Maybe this is the best scenario. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage, and you get 2 uses of it, and it's replacing a grenade. So I don't know. Maybe it's not the most ridiculously overpowered thing ever. Do we want to throw another knife? I don't think that we do. Okay, Bridget, why don't you take down that person, please, if you can? Nice. Now we've got to deal with this sectoid soldier.
Kill confirmed.
Alexei, 41. Karima can get a flank on. Oh god. Well, you better make sure you hit him then. So can we guarantee a kill on this thing? Well, we got the zombie back up and we got this person back up, so we can basically, I think, guarantee a kill on it. So why don't you come out for this crazy exposed flank? Ooh, he's on 4.
Приказ ясен.
Timothy Cheese is 7 out of 8 kills, so you might as well go and finish this guy off, I reckon. Then you'd be close to grab the loot next turn too. I'm really liking this Spec Ops class because it gives you a lot more tactical flexibility for concealment, and I'm liking that. Like it's good fun. It's useful. It is quite powerful. So mind you, we are playing on some horrible difficulty, so I guess it works out. But they are weak as far as I understand it.
Some kind of shapeshifters. I'm guessing this is it.
It is a remarkable species. If only we had some means of containment.
Don't even think about it.
Okay, zombie, you need to come over here and take the pain for us. There you go. Unlucky. I think both of them are too far away to bother. Oh, don't kill the civs. There they come. Alright, we've got to try and take down both of these in our turn. Oh, listen to it. It's so goopy. It's just a big blubbery lard monster. Can't touch this. Okay, gang. So, it'd be great if Bridget could get both these kills somehow. Alright, well, why don't we start by using the zombie... excuse me, zombie attack. Put some damage down on the faces. Fearless zombie attack. Yeah, get some of that. Okay, you got to reload, haven't you? We should back up a bit out of range of these things. To some degree.
Rodriguez.
There we go. Nice. Lovely. It'd be great if you've stunned that thing, by the way. It'd be super cool if you stun it. You did not stun it. Okay, that's alright. Oh, the person with the flashbang is also the person who we want to be getting the kills with. I don't think this is going to pan out how I wanted.
Closing on target position now.
68. Lovely. Hey, this looks like he's chilling. Looks like he's just having a bit of a lie down. Oh, that's great. Okay, we better take this thing down. Fabrizio doesn't need it. Does anyone else need any kills? I think we're totally covered, aren't we? Alright. Let's just take some shots. Lovely. Well done, team.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear.
Yeah.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Soldiers wounded 1. I think that's just talking about the zombie, actually. I don't know that anyone did really get hurt, did they? Oh, well, okay. What was interesting to note there, I think, is that there was only 2 pods. Am I right? Yeah, there was only 2 pods, and each of those pods was 4 strong, of course. And you know, there were some quite challenging enemies, given the fact that we've got half a team of rookies still. However, there was still only 2 pods, which was 8 enemies plus the 2 faceless, which made 10 altogether. So it seems to be calculating the resistance defense missions slightly differently. We've seen a lot less contact there than we did for any of the previous missions. Well done to you, Fabrizio. Promotion here. Okay, I'd quite like to get formidable on him because I don't want him to die. I just think he's awesome. But heavy ordnance is just so powerful. Gives us an extra grenade per mission, which you can't say no to that, I don't think. Okay, so Necromancer's got another level. Look, I really do like combustion and drain life, and I'm tempted to get that. But since we're Necromancer, and since I want it to feel a bit like what the class it's called. I'm thinking that we'll just check out the undead link, which effectively, which makes the zombie a bit better. So we'll check it out and see how that goes. I don't know exactly. It says increasing all of his life stats, so I'm not sure exactly what that's going to do, but we will find out, no doubt. Mr. Cheese, congratulations to you. Corporal, alright, this is an interesting one. He's not the best ever at aim, and he's slow, and he's got low health. But apart from that, I mean, he is a corporal now, I guess, which is something. What do we want to do with him? I think I'm going to have a think about this. I usually would go for combat knife spec because that means that you get more frequent silent takedowns and it does additional damage for combat knives. That's really, really good. But I'm wondering if we could maybe try out this guerrilla warfare line and give him... he can use sniper rifle, you see. Or indeed the marksman's rifle. But he's not that great with aim, so we're better off getting him into flanking positions, I think, and playing him as a covert. So I'm coming to a decision-ish. But throwing knife spec would give him an additional throwing knife. And +1 damage, so that's quite good. Oh, and 15 aim, so... Okay, so let's have a look at that one. This gives additional cooldown and damage for combat knives. So I think that I might take him with throwing knife spec. Because he doesn't have that high aim, we need to do things to buffer his aiming ability. Yeah, let's go throwing knife spec. That's cool. Specialist for Ray, very nice. Very low aim. Very, very low aim on Ray. I mean, it's pretty bad. But apart from that, she's got 5 health, which is nice. Even at squaddy level. Reasonable mobility. Very high dodge, actually. Look at that. That's cool. Very, very high dodge. Nice. Well, congratulations, Ray. Welcome aboard. Solovyov, I should say. Ranger. Oh, cool. Again, not the greatest aim. Hopefully that will improve as we go forward. He's quick though, and he's got decent health, so that's kind of interesting. Alright, well, I'll have a think about how we're going to build him, given that he's a ranger without the best aim. It's got 16 dodge as well, it's quite nice. Corey. Somebody with excellent aim. Field medic, alright, another field medic who's got great health here, actually, which is kind of cool. I like that. It means that she's quite survivable, and hopefully he's going to be able to do good things with healing. Alright, Advent lockbox and a repeater. Not bad. A bunch of corpses as usual. Let's keep going. Lockbox.
You have done an outstanding job leading the resistance, Commander. Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, so we've got a bit of money. And let's have a quick look at the wounded and fatigue. We've only got 2 people wounded now. 1 11 days, 1 8 days. And we're building up a bit of notoriety on Bridget Hunter. Not surprised. And we've got quite a lot of people fatigued for quite a long time. So let's have a think about who do we want to put in the fatigue reduction system. I think Shane is in there. We want to keep him in there. And I think the other person who might be good, I want to promote Rangers. But Jack Williams would be another good candidate. I think he's the one that's in there. I think it's Shane and Jack who are in there. Let's go and have a look. Shane and Jack, excellent. Oh, I did notice, by the way, that this personnel does work in terms of bringing up the notoriety and fatigue stats as well. But for some reason, when you're here and then you go to engineers or scientists and then go back here, it doesn't respawn it, or it didn't last time. Yeah, look, it's not giving us that information. So that's just a quick pointer about using this combination of mods. You just kind of, I guess, have to close it and then come back in fresh for it to reload. Alright, so we're happy with that. Let's push on, go back to the bridge. Supplies there, that would be nice to grab. Okay, so the supply drop is coming in 23 hours. and this facility lead is 26 hours away. So we're going to continue our research on the facility lead.
Avenger plotting
Then when
new
the
course.
supply drop triggers, we'll go over and grab the supplies, and hopefully by that point we'll have some people out of. Here
Priority
comes the
message
supply drop.
coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your
165
leadership, Commander.
supplies.
And you have outdone
Vigilance.
yourself.
Oh, I don't like that one. That reduces the detection range, or increases the detection range. And that one, Resistance Informant. That's not great, but we could handle that, I think. I'd prefer to get rid of Vigilance, I think, if we can. Neither of them are devastatingly bad. Alright, let's go and get that supply drop. Yep, we do want to leave that.
Avenger plotting new course.
Resistance
The
comms.
outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
Lovely jubbly. Alright, we'll get this lockbox and then we'll pursue magnetic weapons aggressively from there. And we could do some more scientists
I'll have a report assembled as soon
and
as
engineers
the
and all
research
that
is complete.
stuff.
Commander, we can now work to establish contact with local resistance groups operating out of regions
Oh,
around
so
the
in-
globe. Once we've collected sufficient intel to
Thanks,
make
Bradford.
contact, we'll need to scan the target region for the operative signal.
Cheers, man.
Commander, you should establish contact with the local Resistance network
I'm
as
getting
soon
that,
as
folks.
possible. The aliens are undoubtedly
Thank
moving
you
forward
very
with their
much.
plans.
Yes, we are too. Okay, so the good news here is that whilst Western US is worth 49 supplies, the Eastern US is worth 77 supplies, and it's the place where the Black Site mission will be unlocked. So we're going to make contact here first, but what we will do first of all is grab the supplies. Then we will follow up by doing the facility lead mission to get that facility lead. Then we will go and make contact over there.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
Assault rifle, shotgun, cannon. Wow, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I'm actually going to build an assault rifle for the reason that no matter what skill, what it contains within it, we should be able to make it useful to somebody. You know, if it gives it increased mobility but reduced damage, then we can give that to somebody, like a medic or something. So there should be a scenario in which we can make that work. Alright, advanced high cycle chamber. Increase aim and damage 10% aim, 35% damage, while decreasing critical hit by 100. That's kind of cool. I like that one. So it means no crit chances. We wouldn't want to give that to a crit build, obviously, but it's just going to be general better damage, general better aim. So that's nice. So it's kind of effectively almost making it into a battle rifle without the mobility penalty in a way. Advanced silencer decreases damage by 10, but allows to remain concealed if the target is killed. Boom. Oh. Whoa, that's very interesting. Well, that's pretty cool. That's quite sweet. I like it. Alright, new research.
I am ready to begin.
Thanks,
on
Tiger.
your
What we
order,
want
Commander.
is some modular weapons. I want resistance radio soonish, but we don't need it right now.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as
I want to
soon
get
as the
magnetic
report
weapons
is in.
ASAP now. Supply drop. Now I've got 136 supplies. AWC is 175. Alright. Oh, we can clear that in 5 days, which will give us a bit more money. Okay, let's finish off this supply drop. Oh, 191. We can't afford to go and spend our money on that stuff at the moment. So let's go and do this mission that's going to give us a facility lead. But before we do so, let's make a decision about what we're going to do here. I know one thing for sure, which is that we need to build ourselves a... Oh, we got medkit already. I built one before, sorry. I forgot to mention that. I built one before the start of the last mission. Okay, so we've got a medkit now. That's great. And the other thing that I bought at the same time was the Spec Ops throwing knife thingamabob. And... Okay. So, in which case we can basically blow all our money on facilities, and we're going to get a bit more money in 4 days. We're probably going to need to put... Here we're going to probably need to put a power relay, I would think. So the reason I'm slightly hesitating here is we've got some choices to make. We can either build the Advanced Warfare Center, or we can build a workshop. The thing about building the workshop is it's great. We can put our lonely engineer in there and get 2 gremlins for the price of that 1 engineer, which basically you can think about it in the way that the workshop is going to deliver to us an increased number of engineers in the kind of moving into the mid game by the time that it's built and we've got enough engineers to install it. So by the kind of early / mid game, we're going to be able to then have a much greater output of engineers for the entire rest of the game, which will be very, very beneficial to us. Now we've got to balance that off, of course, against the decision of how desperately do we want the AWC. Now I really, really like the AWC, as you may know from the first campaign, and I sometimes build it first. And let's quickly have a little look at... we've only got 2 people
Dad
wounded.
sacrificed the only thing he had left to get this ship off the ground. And I won't let it be for nothing.
Yeah.
She might be a little worse for wear right now, but with some new schematics and a little elbow grease, she'll be the toughest thing in the set.
Okay, I think since that we don't have a big problem with wounded people at the moment, we're going to take the slight risk of building a workshop here instead.
Workshop construction initiated.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then we need to build here. We're going to need to build the power relay and start work unlocking this stuff as soon as possible, so that we can build an AWC as fast as we are able to, which isn't going to be very soon. So we've got to... I hope that was a good decision. I hope it plays out in a way that shows us that was a good decision, and we don't take too many casualties now. Cool, got this faint signal, and we're going to need to do a mission now. Yep. To gain a facility lead, which is going to be super cool. That will really help us fight off the Avatar project once that kicks in
Setting
soon.
course for Sector 8, Mexico.
Okay, folks, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all back very soon for the next part. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.